Okay. Somebody knows what this means? Raise your hand. Come on, people. Come on. Yes, thank you. 1999, the great year. In 1999, three things happened, important things. The first one is that China launched its first spacecraft. Bill Gates officially became the richest person in the world due to the rise of Microsoft stocks. And the third, the most important thing, I joined IT industry on a full-time basis. Yeah. So my name is Natalia, and I work as a software professional with machine learning and data science. And since 1999, a lot of things happened, and I used to be a developer, an architect, project manager, DevOps, sysadmin, you name it. So yeah, I've done pretty much everything. So I changed my field, and I learned new stuff. And I changed again, and I learned new stuff again, and again, and again, and again. And you know, it took some time. Well, actually, it took a lot of time. I wish, or I think now back, it could be much shorter time which I lost in transitions. I wish somebody would come to me 10 years ago and tell me what I'm going to tell you here and now, today. Because smart people, as all of you are learning from experience. But very smart people learn from other people's experience. So thank you for listening and hopefully learning. So as for me, the biggest benefit of working in IT is ability to work all around the globe. Any country we like. Any industry you find interesting to work for. Maybe work from home if you are not into commuting to office. If you are into commuting to office, meet a lot of interesting people with different backgrounds. And all these choices, they are there. With one limitation. We need to be really good in our field. To be wanted by all these international companies out there. We need to stand out of crowd. So what makes a good professional? And if you already are one, how to stay on a sweet spot and not to outdate? I mean, IT industry is moving forward with gigantic steps, and it seems really impossible to keep up. And not that we don't have a chance, we do. I mean, it has never been so easy before to learn new stuff. Everything we need is available online, either free or for some small charge. And I'm not only talking about books or courses. Open source communities, streaming conferences, like this one is streamed right now. So all these chances are there to help you become or stay competent. But what is competence? So competence consists of skills and knowledge. And sometimes people think it's the same thing, but it's not. And it's very important to understand the difference. Because every time you do something, you need to ask yourself, does this activity improve my skills? If yes, which one? Or maybe it benefits to my knowledge base. Maybe it does both. Who knows? So we need to see what is what first. So competence refers to theoretical understanding of concept. Knowledge. Knowledge is a theoretical understanding. So if you have a knowledge about something, it doesn't mean you can do this. Here come skills, because skills are practical. Skills are about applying your knowledge to some particular problem. And here is the first hidden stone, underwater stone. Because most of people are hunting skills. They are easy. You put them on CV. But, for example, like yet another JavaScript framework or yet another new version of something. But what happens when new shiny JavaScript framework comes along? Exactly. Skill which was fancy 1 year ago suddenly not so cool. Or maybe totally irrelevant. That's not so bad example. Imagine programming on some language for 10 years and the language is outdated. I don't want to start holy wars here, but I can just name drop FoxPro, Delphi, Pascal, COBOL, oh, maybe not COBOL, bank systems, but still. So how easy do you think it's to find a job somewhere else when what you can do is addressed by, oh yeah, I heard about it, it's like, somebody's still using it? So that's a skill which seem to be not relevant anymore. But skills and competence are actually connected. And I can think it's more like a quantity-quality connection. I mean, if you look at the person who used maybe 5 or 7 or even more programming language, it's no surprise this person can learn a new language very fast. Because after some quantity, the quality has made itself. The quality in form of understanding, making the general programming language paradigm. This is the knowledge. This is the one he brings along. And that is important to understand, that skills are actually coming and going. You adapt to the market, but knowledge stays with you. You bring it on through your whole professional life. There are 3 types of knowledge you can gain. And the first one is, I understand how it works. The second one, it's a level up, in case you don't get it. I can explain how it works. And the third one, I can improve how it works. It's healthy to be able to pin your knowledge to these levels because it will show you the way of improvement. You know where you are, you know where to go. But after any of those levels, you're no longer connected to a particular language or a framework because generic understanding of how it works made you a fast learner. So that's one way, that's going from skills to knowledge. There's also another way. And that is actually the most common way, from skills to knowledge. Because most of people I met, they start learning something and then they extract the paradigm. There's also another way, and this is going from knowledge to skills. When you start with theoretical concept first. And that also works. However, that works only if you filter your theoretical knowledge through the practical appliance. When you start using your theory in practice. Because when you start doing it, the fluff, it gets forgotten. The essence sticks with you. That essence is the knowledge. But how do we know if in daily life we're doing the right thing? In short perspective, we don't. But turn on the long perspective, but actually lifting up your head and asking yourself, what am I learning by doing what I do? Am I actually just coding some new feature? Or do I see the bigger picture behind? If I stay on this position for 1 more year, what more do I learn? For example, doing .NET programming for several years, it's absolutely natural to get some understanding of how web functions, of design patterns, of security, of deployment, and you can gain all that if you lift your head and ask how and why. Most of people, brilliant professionals I know, actually all of them, have one thing in common, genuine curiosity. They always ask how and why, because those are most important questions you have to ask, always. So let's say you are a good professional already. I mean, probably a whole audience is a very good professional. But how to stay on a sweet spot? What's the dangers? The danger I see, the most one, the biggest one, is getting bored. And the second one, which seem to be quite the opposite, but actually connected, is the danger of getting too good. While everything is clear with the first one, once you're bored, you kind of, I don't give a shit anymore, and that's exactly where you start going down the slope. The second one, if you think about it, if you are too good, there are not so many questions left. There are not so many whys and hows, so you actually, after a while, you get bored. But our profession is a constant race against time. We cannot afford to stop learning new stuff. Well, if you think one day I become senior, I can sit on the chair and relax, forget it. It's not going to happen. Well, okay, you can sit and relax for a period of 2 or 3 years, and then suddenly, one day, not a good day, you discover you're not a highly valued professional anymore. You're a liability. Not only you haven't learned anything, you forgot how to learn. And it feels terrible. It feels like, oh my God, I suddenly become stupid because your brain has developed a thick layer of fat. And going back is actually quite hard. It's like start training after sofa time. You forgot how to train. What is the muscle pain? I've been there myself. I've been doing some job for longer than I should. And it was well paid, respectful, interesting on a kind of day-to-day basis. but I didn't improve. So my brain became lazy. When I realized it, and I finally moved on, it was very hard. But it was the best thing I have done. And actually, I should have done it 2 years earlier. So if you feel comfort zone, it's definitely time for next challenge before it's pain. The other problem I see is laziness. That one is easy. You just convert your job into hobby by doing only stuff you actually like. Because nobody is so lazy to drop the hobby. Come on, people. And the biggest problem, or the most common one, thing you work with are actually not the thing you are interested in. It's common, yeah? You just go to the job, 8 hours, done, going home. And however common problem is, it's very easy to overcome it. Change your job. I mean, you can always come back to doing boring stuff. No problem with that. Job market for IT people is absolutely crazy. There is always a chance for a change if you're willing to grab that chance. And most of good companies worth working for follow one principle: hire for attitude, train for skills. So what's the point of taking a job where you already know it all? It's a waste of time. Good job always have opportunity for you to improve. So what's the point? That's the change the job. So to sum it up, skills are practical, knowledge is theoretical. Skills come and go, knowledge stays. You need both skills and knowledge, and you need them connected. Always question yourself every day if the job you're doing is improving you, skills or knowledge. Analyze it. Losing curiosity is the worst thing which can happen, because it will lead you to brain fat and professional degradation. And if you do what you are really interested in, you're gonna rock. Thank you.